It is the SEC on ESPN. A frigid, snowy night in Knoxville as Rocky Top gets set to play host to a big one in the SEC. Tennessee and Auburn. You can't keep these basketball fans away from the Food City Center on a night the Vols will host their rivals from Auburn. 129th all-time meeting. Nate Ament, 6'10", 207. Keyshawn Hall, 6'7", 240. 20,000 on hand tonight. Tennessee will have the first crack at it. Nate Ament on the wing. Williams-Adams defends him. Ball knocked out of the hands of Jacoby Gillespie and finds its way through the cylinder.
Big loss for Tennessee. Gives Brown an opportunity to step up in a huge game on their home court.
Deep three. Perfect.
Keep me open from deep. And Stephen Pearl says, you know what? Hate to admit it, you're right. That's why I'm calling a timeout. It won't happen again.
Keyshawn Murphy throwing one down. Murphy.
Mike Burgomaster draws up a beauty for an easy two.
Bishop Boswell knocking home a three. Goes to Wayne Brown, the second. He gets it to Ament. He fires for three, and he connects, and that's a shot that has been Brown. Estrella.
If you can't guard your man, stop penetration, and be a reliable defender.
Inside, Elijah Freeman up off the window.
Saw a clean rim.
Jovic checks in for Auburn after that timeout. Wearing number 38 underneath the basket, but they go right back to Keyshawn Hall and does what he does.
Everybody else, you want to make Tennessee kind of settle. But you don't want to let them just dribble right into an easy jump shot. That's like a warm-up line shot there. How do you think Stephen Pearl's going to do? And to me, the number one question was, is Jalen Curry gets a nice inside position there for an and one from about 4 different players on the offensive end at one time.
Over 15 offensive rebounds per game. Gillespie goes flying through the lane. Tigers have gone 6 straight possessions without a basket. And that ends right there with Keyshawn Murphy's little... Freeman dumps it inside. Williams-Adams, count it. He'll head to the line.
They are ready to attack from the blind side there.
Rick Barnes going with 3 freshmen on the floor right now.
This is not a good matchup.
And count it.
They are ready to attack from the blind side there.
Rick Barnes going with 3 freshmen on the floor right now.
This is not a good matchup.
And count it.
They've shown some before. Looks like they'll go zone. Let's see if Tennessee hits that middle again.
Off the backboard now for Carey.
Well, right now, Tennessee doing a nice job defending without fouling. This is an Auburn team that relies so heavily on the free throw line.
Woo. There's Tapad Pettiford, a Tennessee team, and it's because we make them guard on the half court.
Yeah. They try to slow the game down, limit possessions. Oh, no.
Oh, a deep three with 3.2 seconds on the clock from Kevin Overton, and he is fouled.
What a huge bucket by Overton.
What kind of impact that has had on his shooting hand tonight.
Yeah, certainly a story to watch there, because we've seen him not have great halves, but not many where he's been shut down for consecutive halves.
On the floor. If you're joining us, Felix Akpara, one of their best defender, if not best defenders, out of the game with a calf injury. Yes,
pick and roll here. Williams-Adams, his second and one of the game.
Ball on the deck. Scramble. Pettiford gets it to Hall. To Murphy. Overton takes it himself, lays it up and in. Ament fouls him. He'll head to the line.
They get themselves down, and they just kick it into an extra gear. I'm sure Stephen Pearl would say, hey, guys, quit turning it up a notch after we see ourselves in a deficit. Can Auburn hold their own as Brown gets the mismatch he wants right away?
Overton with good hands, but Carey keeps it alive. Little scoop pass underneath. 2 points. Pettiford. Crowd yelling walk. The Euro step is successful for Pettiford. Practiced well enough that Rick Barnes is going to give him a shot. He says that shoulder's still very tender, and He's concerned that maybe one shot on that might limit his minutes, but we'll see how that plays out tonight.
Aggressiveness early by Auburn here in the second half has Tennessee having to play through some foul trouble with their stars.
A foul on a three again.
And that guy wants to punk you, take your lunch money. He might take your lunch money and donate it to the church after the game, but he's still going to take your lunch money.
Estrella, a little jump hook, it's perfect.
They really trust him in that spot as a facilitator or a scorer. Estrella.
Poked away by Boswell. Here he goes.
He's got Boswell ahead for an easy two.
Hall. Nice reverse layup by Hall. Greg Barnes just turns around and says, we might not get a better look than that. Jovic. Fouled and count it.
Like Tennessee, but I'm telling you, this freshman Jovic is the exception. He loves the physical play. Last time they were right here, they gave up one they feel like they should have had against Kentucky.
Hit the rim. Boswell pulls up just inside the free throw line. Nice touch, and bodies pile up in the paint.
And he's just going to clean this one up here and get this long rebound. This is a good lineup for Tennessee. See if the point guard can play smart and not pick up that fifth foul.
Boswell cuts on Freeman.
He's also a playmaker here as a point guard. First, Gillespie's going to get that there, but what a...
Tennessee on a 6-0 run. 5.5 to play. Hall, step back three, got it.
Shoot, and this guy does not lose confidence. He might be bothered by that big 4-point play right before half. I thought gave them some momentum heading into halftime. Be like, all right, we're only down 10. It's on now. To bail them out when they're shooting so poorly from three.
Just muscles his way.
That's the first time in several possessions Auburn's been able to keep Tennessee on the perimeter after several paint points in a row for the Volunteers to take control of this game.
Speaking of paint points, Keyshawn Hall, it's almost impossible to stop him. Tick some of these precious seconds off the clock.
See, I think this needs to be a post up to carry somehow. I mean, he's had that.
Or that.
Yep.
Or get
nice
it to aim it.
Right. But this is that smaller. That's now, other than a couple free throws, I believe the last 4 field goal makes for Tennessee have been right there at the bucket.
That is right at the bucket as well. Keyshawn Murphy.
Big, timely three-pointers have not fallen when they could cut into it even more.
See if Hall can hit from here. He does.
They destroy opponents at the free throw line, and Tennessee's beat them out their own game from that standpoint.
Here's Hall. Flush it. Under a minute to go. Gillespie will run out the clock, and Tennessee will win it. They'll go to 15-6, 5-3 in the league. Auburn goes to 14-8, 5-4 in conference play. Good night to be a Vol. Better nights in store for this Auburn team. Our final score, once again, Tennessee wins it 77-69.